Narcissists destroy lives differently, and the terrifying part is, many victims do not realize how much damage was done until years later. Some may never recover from the destruction. In this video, we rank their destruction based on the long-term damage caused, and how hard it is to recover from. As we go through these levels, you may realize they were far more destructive than you originally thought. At the first level is what almost all narcissists do, even those who go on to do far worse things later on. They suck the joy out of life. This is often where the vulnerable narcissist is in their element. They make you feel like life is a drag and that nobody should ever be truly happy with anything. They hijack conversations to complain, criticize, or find fault. Even on your birthday, they can somehow turn the mood dark. They ruin special moments for you, sometimes even your wedding day. They may constantly complain about everything, start arguments with other people, damage your belongings, or storm off to sulk like a wounded bird, making you feel guilty for upsetting them, sometimes without you even knowing what you did wrong. They can even ruin an entire day out, or even an entire holiday, because their tea at breakfast was not hot enough. And no matter how exciting or beautiful the rest of the trip was, all they talk about is the tea, how disappointed they were, and how the whole trip was ruined for them, without caring how much they are ruining the experience for everyone else. Yes, maybe you got to see Paris or Disneyland, but it was not fun. You do not look back on the trip with fond memories. You remember the tension, the complaining, the guilt-tripping, and the emotional exhaustion. And the saddest part is that eventually this muted enjoyment becomes the norm to you. Many victims do not realize how much their life was dragged down until the narcissist is gone. Only then do they realize how light and free they feel, and how easy it suddenly becomes to enjoy being present in the moment. That is when they finally realize how much joy the narcissist stole from them. Sometimes for years, sometimes for decades, they were surviving life, not living it. At the second level, the destruction goes deeper. Here, they destroy your confidence in yourself and your abilities. It is a slow and deliberate process that is hard to see in the moment. Each time they criticize you or your efforts, it takes a chip out of your confidence. Each time they plant a seed of doubt by saying, "I don't think you will succeed, or smart enough, or strong enough," it hurts your confidence. It is like a cancer that silently eats at your mind. You don't see it. You just don't take as much risk anymore. You don't push yourself past your limits anymore. You don't reach for new things, try new things, or grow anymore. Slowly, you shrink to where you let go of your dreams. But it doesn't stop there, because over time, they will totally destroy your trust in yourself, where you no longer trust yourself to do anything right anymore. Even a job you have been doing for 20 years may become stressful, where you fear you may fail and be fired. You may fear making mistakes and be so afraid to make decisions that you do nothing or have other people choose for you. Anxiety may fill your life as you fear not knowing when next a situation may arise that you cannot deal with, to the point that you may be too afraid to talk to people, go out of the house, or even make food for yourself. Some people have been broken down so much that they believe they cannot even trust themselves to eat with knives and forks, as they may hurt themselves. So they start to eat with spoons or their hands. So much have they been broken down. One by one, opportunities pass you by, some forever lost to you. Without confidence, the world becomes a nightmare of unknowns you are unable to deal with. But the narcissists are not content with this level of destruction. They are only getting started. Because at level 3, they destroy your identity, the person you are, where they do not just attack your confidence and beliefs in yourself, but your values, principles, deeply held beliefs, view of the world, and your view of yourself. They erase you. It starts small, almost imperceptible, often framed as them just wanting to be helpful or making a joke. But the cut is real. They attack everything you do, little by little. The way you laugh, smile, talk, even how you chew your food. Suddenly, the hairstyle they loved when they met you irks them. The clothes they adored you in are now too revealing. The opinions and ideas you have become stupid. The things you believe and stand for are ridiculed. Relentlessly, they make you defend anything you do or say without cause, and then dismiss your answers. Nothing you do or say is good enough anymore. And slowly you start conforming to their demands, and they remodel your identity and you. You start wearing what they want to please them. You stop eating what they dislike. You only speak when allowed. You only pursue hobbies they approve of. You laugh when they tell you to and stay silent when told. You start following their values, which often causes a double standard where they can do as they want, but you are limited. Most people do not see the gradual change until one day they wake up and look at themselves in the mirror or at their life and ask, who have I become? No longer do you recognize yourself. It's as if you are living in a stranger's life. You could be living a wonderful life on paper, but it's not your life, and it's not you living it. And yet, the destruction only gets darker from here. Because at level 4 the walls close in, this is where your life gets put in a box, which gets smaller and smaller over time. It can feel like a continuation of level 3, where they tell you what to do and how to live your life. But now, they are not just criticizing you and destroying your identity. They are limiting your life, often with fear and emotional, verbal and physical abuse. They start to take away anything that can make you independent. Your income, your transport, your cell phone, even your opinions. The aim is ultimate control. Suddenly, disagreement is a crime. Thinking for yourself is dangerous, but it gets worse. Because before you could comply and keep the peace, now even compliance does not guarantee peace. Because to keep control, they keep changing the rules to confuse you, to keep you unbalanced, which messes with your mind. Today the meal had too much salt in, tomorrow too little, even though it was cooked exactly the same. Today you are allowed to watch TV until 9 p.m. Tomorrow it is 7 p.m. without warning. They start dictating every aspect of your life and start micromanaging you like a toddler. But it goes even darker, because to keep control over you, they isolate you. Relationships with friends and family are slowly eroded with lies and manipulation until you speak to no one, so you have no one in your life anymore. You are in a tiny dark world all alone, reliant on their mood that day. And even if you comply, they may punish you because they want to remind you of their control over you, or something you did triggered their fear of losing control over you. Your life may be constant anxiety, walking on broken glass, where you fear what mood they will be in when they get home or when they wake up the next morning. You may not be able to go anywhere without them, talk for yourself, even buy stuff for yourself. You need permission to sneeze and to breathe. Slowly they suffocate the life out of you as they tighten their control over you, one boundary violation after another. Some victims end up locked in a house or chained to a room, only to be discovered by luck. At level 5, things become scarily dark. Here, they may often do some of the previous levels, but they also destroy your future. So even if you leave them, you may struggle to recover, and many do not fully recover from a narcissist destruction. It may start with seemingly romantic request to give up your life and opportunities to join them somewhere else, only for them to dump you soon after you get there. They may get you to hold back your studies or leave your career to help them with their life, which never get anywhere. You may waste years of your life focusing on them with nothing to show for it. Some make wild promises and keep you on the line until years or decades later you realize they were never serious. They were never going to marry you or have children with you. They were never going to make it as they claimed they would, and you wasted so much of your life believing them. Some victims may try to save a struggling narcissist, often a victim narcissist, who just does not want to follow advice and always seems to do stupid things. Only for you to realize decades later they never wanted to be saved. They just wanted people to do things for them. The grief can be severe when you look back at your life and realize how many years and resources you sacrificed for someone who cared nothing for you and who may even leave you when you need them or when you have nothing more to give. You gave up everything you had, and because they destroyed so many of your opportunities, for some victims it feels like there is little left living for. As destructive as the previous levels are, the narcissist isn't satisfied. They are not happy with destroying just the time they had with you and your future. They want to make every living moment going forward a living hell for you. Even when you leave them, they just cannot let you go. After everything they took from you, they still feel like they are the victim and come after everything you have left. They may drag you into court over and over with frivolous lawsuits, custody battles, or refusing to settle in a divorce, just to nail you and ruin you financially, even if it affects them as well. They may make false claims, give false testimony, or set you up to take even your freedom from you. They may go after your rights to see your children because they cannot stand that the children love you more than them, or just to hurt you, turning children into weapons. Some may go as far as stalking and harassing you, going on extensive smear campaigns, and even using revenge porn to ruin your name, going as far as creating fake AI-generated images and videos. They will try to destroy your finances, your income, and every relationship you may have, even attacking the people around you with smear campaigns and false allegations, so no one will want to help you or be with you. It can even turn into physical attacks and destruction of property, yours and anyone connected to you. Their aim is to rain terror and destruction on you, so you dread waking up each morning. Sometimes in the hope that you will feel it is no longer worth going on. But for some mentally twisted narcissist, even that is not enough. At level 7 their aim is to completely destroy lives. This is the darkest level of narcissistic destruction. It is no longer about destroying your joy, confidence, or future, nor about having control over you. It is annihilation of you. Your existence triggers deep shame and insecurity in them, especially if you left them or they lost control over you. Victims may spend years trapped in terrifying situations where violence is a regular occurrence, living in constant fear, wondering what may happen next and if they will survive a day. Sadly, sometimes even leaving is not enough. Some narcissists become so obsessed with control, possession, revenge, or the inability to let go that they continue pursuing their victims long after the relationship has ended. They cannot accept rejection. They cannot accept losing control. They cannot accept that you have moved on with your life. Even if you are with someone else now, they still see you as their property. A few narcissists become completely consumed by their obsession, unable to accept defeat. They cannot stand that you are happy without them, as it means they were the problem. They are the broken one. So they try to destroy your new life, even if it means ending it or you and those around you. For most narcissists, things never reach this level, but for some victims, the consequences becomes life-altering in the most tragic ways imaginable. There is no recovery, no rebuilding, no second chance to reclaim what was lost. Watch this video next to learn about the shocking things narcissists do when they lose control over you.